Celebrities are human too, and as angelic as they can appear, they also have a darker, clever side not to be messed with. Let's take a look at the best savage celebrity moments we remember. A Hollywood has-been. Those who were once so bright in the industry spotlight are easy targets in comedy once those people fade into obscurity. Although William Shatner isn't a total loser nowadays, it's still fun to roast him for the sad path his post-Star Trek career led him on. Who better to roast him than former stand-up comedian Lisa Lampanelli? Lisa Lampanelli was one of the other comedians set to use Shatner as comedy fodder for the Comedy Central special, The Roast of William Shatner. On the subject of the old Star Trek star, Lampanelli jokes that he's living proof that if you are talented and nice, you can work in this industry forever. Fortunately, if you're neither, you can still have a special on Comedy Central. We get it's a roast, but wow, she didn't pull any punches, did she? I thought she rapped. Mariah Carey is no stranger to shade. From writing off Eminem as obsessed with her when he claimed they had a thing, to hinting that Christina Aguilera is a bit fame-hungry, Carey shows she's not scared of anyone coming after her, and equally not scared of coming after other people. One of her victims? Why, it's none other than the self-proclaimed rap queen herself, Nicki Minaj. The two got petty while judging on American Idol, with one instance where Minaj interrupted Carey, and Carey retaliated by not so subtly pointing out how Minaj hadn't gotten a #1 Billboard song yet. Later, in a Barbara Walters interview, Walters brought up how Minaj might have shaded Carey in a song. Carey replied, "I didn't know she sang. I thought she rapped," or whatever. Savage trolling with love. Ryan Reynolds likes to fancy himself as a jokester, a prankster, and a funny guy. He's all of those things, that's true. So it seems perfect that he married Blake Lively. She's proved she's just as funny as him, if not a little funnier. While at the Time 100 gala, Blake Lively decided to have a little fun in reference to one of the people who were named Time 100 Most Influential People, John Legend. First, she started off on Instagram by saying congratulations to the most influential person in her life. Lively added, "The best man I know, you deserve this Time 100 honor. If only my husband wasn't blocking you in the shot. I'm so sorry." To which she tagged John Legend. It might be just trolling, but it's savage trolling nonetheless. Anyone but Madonna. If you need someone to deliver sass, wisdom, diva presence, and elegance, then you need to call Cher. Who'd do it better? For those of you who are younger, you might not remember or know that Cher has had some beef with Madonna for a while now. Beef that the public sometimes forget because it's been so long. Cher won't let us forget though. Just this past year, Cher appeared on The Ellen DeGeneres Show. During that episode, Cher and Ellen were playing the 5-second rule game, where you have to answer questions as fast as you can. When asked to name 3 celebrities Cher would want to do a duet with, Cher promptly listed off Adele and Pink. She hesitated for a bit before finishing off with, "Not Madonna." Ellen thought it was funny for sure. Pamela and Paris. Comedian Sarah Silverman probably didn't mean anything mean-hearted by saying this, but it's still pretty brutal. In one fell swoop of a joke, Silverman made fun of both Pamela Anderson and Paris Hilton. Granted, it was for a Pamela Anderson roast on Comedy Central. Silverman commented on how people criticize Pamela Anderson and that without her figure, many would consider Anderson to amount to nothing. To this idea, Silverman explains, "That's not true. Without her voluminous body, Anderson would be Paris Hilton." Britney's had enough. Because she's a huge pop star, the public knows all about who Britney Spears has dated, and a lot of us know most of those ventures didn't end well. So it's no surprise she doesn't have the best outlook when it comes to men. Spears now performs the Britney Piece of Me show regularly at the Planet Hollywood in Las Vegas as her residency. It's been quite a hit. At one of her shows in 2015, Spears took a look at the audience and commented, "Look how beautiful the girls are," to which she added, "Men, frankly, can suck my expletive toe." The moment, captured on Instagram, went viral. Lovato and Gomez no more. They're pretty much the same age, just a month apart. They met when they were about 10 years old when they starred on Barney and Friends together. You couldn't write a more quintessential best friend forever story in Hollywood than that between Demi Lovato and Selena Gomez. Both even stuck out their Disney years together. However, it seems the two had a falling out nearly 10 years ago. When hounded by the paparazzi, one of them asked Demi Lovato how Selena Gomez was doing. Lovato's response? "Ask Taylor," in reference to Taylor Swift and how the Teardrops on My Guitar singer was now closer to Gomez than her. Remove this child, please. Being a celebrity means you need to control how you're seen. You need to look absolutely your best in photos, or else the public perception of you can change in an instant and decline. Mariah Carey's been around for a while, so she knows this well, and no one will stand in her way of a perfect photo op, not even her own toddler child. The moment was caught on camera on the Hollywood Hall of Fame to accept her star. Her son, Moroccan, was clinging to her side in the middle of Carey's picture being taken, so one of her assistants had to drag him away as he tried to cling to his mother's side. Carey kept on smiling and posing. Nobody cares. Trust Ricky Gervais to burst your bubble at winning a Golden Globe. The British comedian and creator of the original Office, Ricky Gervais, has hosted many an award show, probably because he's terribly offensive, but it's also terribly fun when he is. He made fun of a lot of people at the 2016 Golden Globes Awards ceremony. The list includes the likes of Caitlyn Jenner, Ben Affleck, and Mel Gibson. However, it was all the winners of the Golden Globes that got the most roasting of the night. On the subject of everyone who got awarded a Globe, Gervais warns, "Remember that no one cares about that award as much as you do. Don't get emotional, it's embarrassing." Want a Gosling or a Reynolds? Back to the lady of trolling herself, Blake Lively. How else has she made fun of her own husband publicly? It includes Ryan Gosling, who happens to share the first name as her man's. People mix them up all the time, and Lively likes everyone to know she does too. In response to when Ryan Reynolds cropped Lively out of a photo on Instagram on her birthday, savage points, about 5, maybe 7, Lively posted a photo of Reynolds and Gosling for Reynolds' birthday with the caption, "Happy birthday, baby." The funny part? She cropped Reynolds out of the photo. Savage points? About 15. Made you cry. They've since both moved on, but in the midst of their initial separation, Selena Gomez decided not to hold everything back. She was on David Letterman's Late Show in 2013 when she first publicly addressed the breakup with Justin Bieber. Letterman brought it up first, mentioning how the last time she appeared on the show, she was with Bieber. He also mentioned that the most recent time Bieber got featured on the show, they got in a deep conversation, so deep that Letterman made him cry. To that, Gomez replied, "Well then, that makes 2 of us." Cue fist bump with Letterman and applause from the audience. Listen to Beyonce. Go ahead and listen to her music if you like, but what we meant by listen to Beyonce was heed her every word, like when she tells you to stop. In a moment captured on camera, couldn't be helped, photographers were everywhere, Beyonce's assistant can be seen fixing her clothes as cameras flashed away on the red carpet of a Title X event. Queen Bey curtly told her assistant to stop, but all the while kept the award-winning smile on her face for the cameras. Some thought it was a bit diva-ish, but what do you expect from a diva? What are you talking about, Taylor? Nicki Minaj and Taylor Swift have had their beef with different people, more than you can probably remember off the top of your head. What about that one time Swift and Minaj were beefing with each other? Swift ended up snagging the award for Video of the Year at the MTV VMAs thanks to the release of Bad Blood. Minaj took to Twitter that night with one tweet saying, "When the other girls drop videos that breaks records and impacts cultures, they get that nomination," which she ends with a bunch of blushing smiley faces. The next tweet read, "If your video celebrates women with very slim bodies, you will be nominated for Vid of the Year," again ending with the same emojis. Swift tagged Minaj in a tweet and said, "I've done nothing but love and support you. It's unlike you to pit women against each other." Minaj's response included, "Huh? You must not be reading my tweets. Didn't say a word about you." Don't chip your dentures. Beef between Zayn Malik and Calvin Harris culminated on Twitter, and boy was it fun to watch. Harris technically started it as he accused Zayn Malik of being part of the 1% after the former One Direction member posted a meme comparing Miley Cyrus's comments about advocating listening to her music for free to Taylor Swift's opinion that they should always get paid. At the time, Harris and Swift were together. The feud went back and forth in a series of a couple tweets. Harris basically said Malik didn't understand what it means to be a successful artist that uses their celebrity to advocate something they believe in. Malik mocked Harris for clearly missing the point, then closed with, "So I suggest you calm your knickers before them dentures fall out," in reference to Harris's older, crooked yellow teeth he no longer has. An awkward interview. Things happen. Sometimes it gets really awkward. However, in this case, it was really unneeded. We don't blame Cara Delevingne for making it awkward either. She did what she had to do. In a Good Day Sacramento interview for Paper Towns, in which Delevingne plays the romantic interest of the main character, interviewers asked Delevingne if she'd read the book beforehand. Offended, Delevingne commented sarcastically with a no, and that she hadn't read the book nor the script before the filming of the movie. The vitriol was apparent on live TV. The interviewer went on to address how unexcitable she appeared, saying she looked irritable. Delevingne clapped back with a, "No, I think it's just you." Nearly there. Before we tell you number 1, first let us know in the comments below which celebrities you became a fan of after they proved their savagery. 1. Miley Was Good. You know those famous 3 words. Nicki Minaj spoke them at the MTV VMAs. The same year, Swift got all offended by a tweet that supposedly wasn't even addressed to her. Minaj went on stage to accept the award for Best Hip Hop Video, which she won for Anaconda. At the mic, she said her usual thanks and then concluded her time with, "And now back to this expletive that had a lot to say about me the other day in the press the other day. Miley was good." She exited the stage and the camera cut to Miley Cyrus, who was also on stage, and tried to lessen the harsh flames by basically saying the press took what she said out of context. It was too late though. The meme was born, and those were the most popular 3 words used the year of 2015. Thank you for watching. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and for more content from us, make sure you're subscribed and that you've hit that bell notification.